of the most stunning places in the city. I'm here today with Matthew Maimone, who graduated from Juilliard with honors. He's writing his first musical in the city, and he released his first pop song on iTunes. We'll talk about that later. He will speak today about his practicing methods, how he warms up before his concerts, how he practices, how he composes his pieces. Come, stay with us. Despite of living in the same city in New York, I got to know Matthew online at Piano.House. He's not only an incredible pianist, but a great composer and a very humble person. I enjoyed the hour we spent together at Steinway Hall in New York, exchanging experience about piano playing and most of all, having tremendous fun. He's definitely a guy to follow. Check him out on Piano.House. And how you've been bringing it. What inspired you to write this song?
Gosh, well, that's somebody that I really love and care about, and my family and people that I want to always be there for, and just kind of reminding them that, like, to the best of my ability, I'm gonna stay there and like take care of them and be in their life, and just I wanted a very positive kind of song, you know.
Till the end of time.
Yeah, till the end of time.
Is end of time.
Yep. Yeah. So then I'll stay until the end of time if I can.
I love the part in the lyrics when it says, good things come and let things go.
Yes.
Where does that come from?
I think that just comes from not trying too hard to make yourself something you're not, and like as a musician, I'm always practicing and like always hoping to perform well, but even if you don't perform well, you're still a valuable person. Like if you make a mistake on a big concert hall, which I've done.
I've made so many mistakes myself.
It's scary, but you're still valuable even if you have that tough time, so.
Yeah, that's true. But I will challenge you here a little bit because
no.
When we come off stage, I keep going to the green room, and like, oh my God, this was such a terrible concert. And people come up to me and then I listened to it back and I'm like, there was some good parts as well. Yeah. I'm sure you have that feeling.
Absolutely.
Too. So I think it's a fine balance between really wanting to be best and accepting that you failed.
Yeah.
Where are you now?
Definitely past accepting that I've failed, because once you do that, then you can be free to just succeed. So now I'm just trying to do everything to the best of my ability, all the time.
That's wonderful. So you graduated from Juilliard with honors.
Yes.
What was your experience there?
It was a great experience. It was a lot of practicing, only classical rep. I did Chopin sonatas, I did Beethoven sonatas, I did every piece, imaginable, and I practiced very many hours every day. And since I graduated, I've now just started taking up composing and singing a little bit more, just as a kind of combination of everything that I learned at Juilliard.
Wonderful. Today, I would like to hear your secrets. I want to hear why Matthew Maimone is the Matthew Maimone we know. So I want to hear, for example, how do you warm up before a concert? What do you do? What is your main exercise when you go?
You know what I do? I make sure that I don't think about the piece that I'm going to play.
I never succeed with that. I go to the green room, close the door, do my meditation, my exercises, a little bit of yoga, stretching, get the blood flowing, connect my left brain, my right brain, and try to think that I actually can control them. I can't. Nope. That's okay. And then the funny part is you can't really not to think about the pieces which you will play.
Because it's always in your mind. But I'll listen to music on my headphones that is. It's either a different piece by the same composer or a different genre entirely, so that I can have a fresh outlook when I go on stage. And all of a sudden I'm like, wait, I'm kind of discovering it brand new when I start. Instead of micromanaging every little, the first one was mezzo piano and then 14, because then I get out there like a mathematician.
Yeah, you should totally forget about that. I completely agree. When you go out there, you don't think about anything else, just the whole piece and the concert actually.
Yes.
So, how do you warm up technically?
Really depends on how cold my hands are. If they're cold, I'll need to warm them up first, but I'll start just stretching out the length of my hand. So I'll start like on a D, and then I'll start with an octave, and then I'll slightly stretch to an E, and then maybe F sharp, just to condition my muscles to like that stretch. And then I'll even make sure that my wrist is loose. That's so important, and my elbows, because if those things are loose, so I'll practice something that gets that motion going.
Interesting, very interesting. Yeah. Do you play slow or fast when you warm up?
Both.
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 You start slow and you go fast?
And vice versa. So I'll do the beginning of a piece like make sure that I'm solid on every note, and then I'll just do it very fast.
That's great. No, that's good. Yeah. The tempo is fast or your actions are fast?
Tempo. Yeah.
Because the tempo can be fast.
Yes.
The tempo can be slow and your actions can be fast.
Mm-hmm.
And so how does that work with you?
I don't play too much with the speed when I'm warming up because I feel like that isn't as much related to me warming my muscles up, which is the goal of my warm up. It's because I don't even know usually what piano I'm going to play, or depending on the gig or wherever you are, you kind of have to just go. So for me, it's just about being loose physically, because mentally you should already be prepared. Because if you're not, then you're not going to play well.
Yeah. So then, does your practicing change when you're 4 weeks before the concert, 3 weeks, 2 weeks, just a week, a few days? Do you practice differently when you're closer to concert?
I think so. I think it's healthy to practice a little bit less in terms of hours. The closer you get to a concert. Hopefully, if you've been practicing well during that time, just so you don't stress about it. I think I was always bad at that. Like I would always practice more before my recital because I was nervous, But I don't think that that's good, because then my arms would start hurting. I'd over practice, and then that's just negative. So, now that I'm out of school and have a little more time, I try to prepare in advance and then practice less.
Practice less, yeah. Do you skip a day before a concert?
No, I'll probably run the whole program the day before the concert. Yes, if I can.
If you can. The day before? On the day?
No, just bits and pieces of it.
Bits and pieces. Okay, wonderful. You think it's very important to stay fresh for a recital, mentally and physically? How do you achieve that? I mean, for me, and it's all about you, not about me, I'm going to say just a few things. When I like to not to play on the day of the concert. If you have the stability and you have the confidence in the piece, I think it's better stay off the piano and just warm up before the recital and go in there.
I agree, but you're obviously prepared. I wish I could always be as prepared as you are and as as skilled, but like that's the ideal way to go about it. So that it's fresh when you get on stage and the audience doesn't feel like you're just practicing on stage. So that's perfect advice. Yeah.
Okay. How do you compose?
How do I compose? One thing, simply, I sit down at the piano and I play. I don't think, I just play. I don't have a supposed notion, I just go.
You just go. So if I would like to say, I'd like to ask you, how do you feel today? What would you show us? I feel the same way. Okay, why don't we go into a particular part of a particular piece?
Sure.
So you could show us a little bit more.
Yeah,
what
definitely.
you're doing there.
So when you're practicing, you want to remain loose and relaxed and physically kind of. So, for example, when you're playing a Chopin etude, this is a tight version when my muscles are tight. Everything seems kind of notey and angular. So you want to relax, even though the piece is hard. You want to relax, get your heart rate down, and then just go. The looser you are, the easier it is to execute. So then you would want to do something like this. Slurs and staccato. We've all done that growing up, but it still works. And then even just that super slow, deep in the key practice. sure that every note you feel comfortable with. And then the hyper fast practice to get the big motion, big shape of things. Just to get the shape of the chords and like kind of harmonic progression. So if you can do super slow, super fast, right when you get in the middle is when everything's going to sound great. And I wrote about it in the article for Piano.House as well, so that's the sweet spot right in the middle.
When we left, we kept chatting about Matthew's upcoming musical on Broadway, his recently released single called End of Time, and his future plans. This was a perfect day to tune to my birthday tomorrow.